What's up? What's up? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back with my girls, and we are here to discuss Game of Thrones. This is 3, episode 4, and now this watch has ended. All right, I got my girl Moochie in the house. I got my girl.
Hey, Am.
Y'all say hello in the chat. Make sure you let us know you can hear us, see us.
What's up, support gang?
Yes, yes. Hey Daria. She was first in the building. What's up, support gaming? Thank you for coming back after that break from last week. I'm sorry I wasn't able to announce it. There was some things going on. So so we're back. We're here. We're here. We're gonna do the trailer reaction to the newest trailer for House of the Dragon. So excited about that. It was an awesome trailer. We're gonna watch it. We're gonna try to break it down as much as we can. We're gonna the good, the bad, the ugly. We're just gonna kind of give our thoughts on the trailer as a whole. So good to see everybody in here. Make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you're sharing the video with your Game of Thrones friends and family. So we're gonna Miss K is coming. She is getting the lip gloss popping, okay?
It's
Yeah.
popping. It's popping.
Yes. So Moochie, what I want you to do.
Where you want to start with him riding on the horse with his hand on the string around his neck like a chain?
Girl, oh,
Yo.
that man was torturing Jamie. I was just like,
Yeah, but you know what? His attitude, I think his snide remarks was what got him.
mm-hmm.
What got him.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, this man is just evil. Like, I felt like Jamie was at the point where he wanted to die. He wanted to unalive himself. Like, he was
Mm-hmm.
at his lowest. And the way he had that hand just sitting up there around his neck, he got to smell it. It probably smelled terrible. I was like, it was a mess.
Well, it depends on how many days they was traveling, but he already looked dirty. He
Right.
looked like when he fell, he looked like he fell in horse manure.
Yes.
And then to top it off, they gave him horse pee to drink. Oh,
just a mess. Just like, damn. Even Brienne felt sorry for him. She jumped out off the horse trying to help him.
He's falling.
Yes, I was just like, oh man, this is just. Ooh, it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Like, wow, couldn't believe he was being tortured of that, magnitude or whatever. And like I said, I felt like he was on the brink of, I don't want to be here no more. That's what it was
Oh
given.
yeah, it seemed like that when he fell off the horse. Like,
Yeah.
goodbye, cruel world.
Yes. Hey Ray, Vala Magulis, ladies. Um, are we gonna give this new show a chance? Absolutely. All right, y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all want us to cover the House of the Dragon trailer now or towards the end of the segment, because that trailer was something else. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And I'm a Targaryen girl, so I'm House Targaryen. So I love that they went for that instead of the whole Night King thing or whatever they was trying. Listen, I'm over the Night King. Y'all did them. y'all messed up that whole story. I have no interest in the Night King anymore. Okay, so I'm done with that. But what about you, you ladies, Miss K? Are you gonna give the new show a chance? We're gonna be reviewing it. We're gonna be recapping it on this channel. And yeah, I'm here for it. I think Miss K is here for it. I think Moochie's here for it.
Absolutely. Hey, everybody. And what's his name? Ray. I think Ray said that. Let me look again. Ray says Vala Magulis. Well, I say Vala Dahitis because Omen must serve. I don't like that whole saying Omen must die.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing it, but like I said, I'm doing it on a different channel, and I'm also about to start reactions on that different channel too, because I started the MCU journey. But I don't know if I'm gonna put on the MCU because I'm watching Marvel, and I don't think I'm doing anything with Doctor Strange in it. I don't want to do multi-universe, put it that way.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, well, if you do Spider-Man,
I'm not doing Spider-Man.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't care about Spider-Man. But I'm on the Avengers and stuff. But anyway, go ahead. Avengers, Captain America, Thor, whatever.
Okay.
Right.
He's part of the Avengers, though.
Yeah, no, I know, but I don't want to watch any multi-universe stuff. Like when it starts getting complicated and somebody's going over to this world and that world, I don't care about that. Right. But anywho,
y'all make sure y'all subscribe to everyone's channel. I suspect that everyone is. This is Rewind That with Miss K, and we also have lovely Moochilla reviews. And I think she's just, her YouTube channel is just Moochilla now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So poor Game said, "I'll make this madness." I'm sorry.
No, I was saying I make sure I need to go ahead and edit that. Take that reviews.
Sorry. Oh, reviews for the Moochilla reviews.
Mm-hmm.
The Night King spinoff is pointless. Yeah.
It is. And I was just like, when they announced it, I felt the way. I was like,
no one really wants to.
Yeah. Wait, so now they supposed to do a spinoff with the Night King now?
No, that was the first thing they were gonna do.
Oh,
yeah. And they canceled it.
Years, yeah.
Good.
They even had a like a pilot, I think, and everything. It was just not. It didn't work out.
$30 million.
Yeah, they spent money.
That shit. I was like,
and it's gonna be something that is never gonna be seen.
I don't think so.
Wow.
What was one of the?
See how they got money to waste, but they can't feed the poor and stuff like that.
All right, y'all. So Miss K, we talked about briefly the Jamie scene where he was falling off the horse. He was at the end of his rope. Like he was doing bad. That whole scene, him getting tortured by I think his name is Locke.
Yeah,
with the hand around his neck on a string.
Drinking horse piss.
So sad. That was disgusting. I honestly, whenever I rewatch, I kind of like, I don't really pay that much attention to that. Yeah, it's disgusting to me. It's gross. Yeah. I've never seen anybody drink horse piss that fast or whatever. I didn't even watch the episode, guys. I didn't feel good today.
Oh. I can just jog your memory about what we're talking about or whatever, and we'll get into it. But people in the chat said they want to go ahead and dive on into House of the Dragon. So let's go ahead and give the people what they want. And we are going to...
So what are we going to do? Just do the trailer?
Yeah, we're just going to watch the trailer, and then we're going to kind of talk about it. I bought the book today on Audible. So I want to be able.
I'm gonna get the book too. So
I got both. I got the Audible one and the actual, because I'm a bookie. So I
want the Audible. That's all I'm getting.
I have to have the physical situation going on.
You like to hear the turn of the pages?
Yeah.
No, I like to feel the pages.
That's what I said. Like
you say, you like to hear the turn. I like to feel
the turn,
and I like to flip through the book and smell it. Like I'm weird. Like I'm a real book person.
So you like hardcover books?
No, I do, but it don't matter.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I figured you were. I was like, Miss K wants the book. But you know what? I used to like the book like that because I used to like to cheat. Like I used to be like, I remember doing that when I had the physical books. But now, because I multitask a lot, and we've gotten so used to podcasts and YouTube and hearing, it's kind of more my jam. Like I don't really have physical time to be turning the page.
Yeah, I tried to listen to the Game of Thrones or the Clash of Kings or something on Audible, but it's hard for me. Like I'll be listening and you can't really tell who's speaking, and I'm like, no, I need to see words and commas and periods and but when I'm driving on the road, I put it on
Okay.
Okay, good.
Yeah, because I like to hear this. This girl, her voice, the way she does it, she sounds like Shay.
Right. Yes.
Okay.
And that's not on Audible. That's on YouTube.
Oh, I think that's the link you sent me where I could listen to it. I remember.
Yeah.
I know support gaming, but I think you should go get right on back in here and let them earn it. Let them prove it. I think we got a solid some of the people is Brian Cogman. We got some of the people who done the best episodes on the original series on this particular one.
Okay.
So I'm loving the way it's looking. Let's get into this trailer, y'all.
Yeah.
And make sure y'all like the video. I just checked the video. It's only one like we need.
It has nothing to do with Game of Thrones like that, guys.
Right.
It's a whole new start. It's like
it happened years and years ago.
Yeah.
So
so you can't really judge it off of what they did. I just hit the like button.
Me too.
Thank y'all. We're gonna get into it, girl, because this is y'all. When I tell you this trailer did it for me, like I was like loving it. Hold on, let me get this banner on.
I feel like I mean, people are talking about it, but I feel like I've been seeing trailers for I don't know how long already.
No, this one is really
this is a new one.
Yes, this is one where you get dialogue, you kind of know where they're gonna start this thing at.
Yeah, like, I've seen some. I mean, I don't know. Okay. Maybe not this one though.
Okay. Yeah, this one came out 3 days ago, I believe.
Okay. Cause I'm like, I know I've seen some trailers. Everybody talking about a trailer, but I've been seeing a few things. But yeah, maybe you said maybe they haven't been talking. It's just been showing them.
He's afoot.
We've been said they're not a part of the series.
The dream. It was clearer than a memory. And I heard the sound of thundering hooves, splintering shields and ringing swords. And I placed my heir upon the Iron Throne. And all the dragons roared as one.
I consider the matter urgent. That of your succession.
Well, who else would have a claim?
The firstborn child.
Rhaenyra. No queen has ever sat the Iron Throne.
The king has an heir, Daemon Targaryen.
I will not be made to choose between my brother and my daughter.
Rhaenyra's succession will be challenged. Knives will come out.
You are the king. Your duty is to take a new wife.
I have decided to name a new heir. I'm your heir. War is afoot.
Do you think the realm will ever accept me as their queen?
A woman would not inherit the Iron Throne, because that is the order of things.
When I'm queen, I will create a new order.
Sound like Daenerys.
Your family has dragons. There are power men should never have trifled with.
If Rhaenyra comes into power, she can cut off any challenge to her succession.
I am to inherit the Iron Throne. She will block my way.
Our hearts remain as one.
Our hearts were never one. You never imagined yourself on the Iron Throne. Where is duty? Where is sacrifice? How they see you as you are.
Nice.
Yeah.
First of all, That was really dope. I can't wait. It's bringing back some nostalgic type feelings when it comes to Game of Thrones. So I'm definitely here for it. I always look for these type of shows anyway. So I'm so happy that they're continuing it on. I need stuff to feed my nerdy needs. You know what I'm saying? One thing I want to say is that I think this is when the Civil War begins between, is it black and green? Those are the colors, but I don't remember which side Rhaenyra is on. Whichever side she's on, that's the side I'm rooting for.
Right.
I don't know if it's green or black, but I think she's green. Huh?
I think she's green.
So I'm team green if that's the side that Rhaenyra is on, because that's who her father wanted.
Right.
He chose her.
Mm-hmm.
So for them, I don't like when people like in the monarchs, whenever somebody chooses a successor and the people go against it, I freaking hate that. So
My sweet brown sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, Ray said she's repping black. Okay, well, I'll look into it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it. I thought she was green for some reason.
I'm gonna look into it. Whichever one she is, that's who I'm going with.
I agree.
Hey, sweet brown sugar. Okay, Moochie, what about
Hey?
It looks like it's gonna be really good. We're gonna see a lot of good action, good fight scenes. I'm glad they have a black guy in it.
Right.
I'm just looking forward to seeing it. I just want to see where it goes and how long are they gonna drag this out? Are they gonna do time jumps or whatever the case may be?
Yes, because you see that there's Rhaenyra. They have a young one, and then
they have the older one. So it looks like it's gonna be a time jump.
Yeah, they're gonna.
They might go. You think they'll go back and forth? I don't know.
I think
I was gonna say I don't know.
They might go back and forth. It's possible.
You know, like when it to the memory, and you know, who knows?
Right. And
because if the father is dead now, right, they might have flashback scenes a lot, you know, with him in it, saying whatever, this and that, and probably also showing us what kind of king he was. So I know that King Jaehaerys, is it Jaehaerys? He was supposed to be like the best king out of all the Targaryens. Like he was the most good. Like they got something to say about all the other Targaryens, but he had like the longest reign. He had he was the best one in terms of, you know, like I said, good.
Like
I think he makes
go crazy, go mad.
Yeah, he ain't have no craziness going on. Okay. I think he makes an appearance in there as well, but he's already on his way out. Like he's really, really old.
Okay.
So I'm excited about that. I don't have time to read. That's the only thing.
I know. That's gonna be hard for you.
Yeah.
For me, with the trailer was awesome. It looked like it's gonna have a lot of political, you know, the stuff that we love from the
power struggles,
political thing. Those dragons were huge. They were way bigger than Daenerys. And then speaking of Daenerys, we have some parallels there. Like Rhaenyra said the same thing that she was saying, the same thing that Daenerys was saying. Talking about she's going to create a new order. She's going to, you know, all that stuff. Like Daenerys always said she wanted to break the wheel and stuff like that. So love that.
Don't be like her.
Gave me the feels. And I think it's going to, when I look at it on the on the House of the Dragon webpage, it looks like they're going to be doing flashbacks. And it's really going to be the older people that's going to be more prominent, and then we'll have some flashbacks. So you'll see the younger Rhaenyra as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks like they spared no expense, which they couldn't, because you're talking about dragons. Okay, so they were able to, you know, spare some expense in Game of Thrones because they had a couple of dragons and they were kind of growing and stuff like this. We're jumping in this thing when
they already full grown.
It's a lot of them. All the Targaryens.
They just all over the place, like deer in the freaking street.
Yes.
Hey, Art Love.
Yes.
I said deer, maybe.
Hey, Art Love.
Yes.
Oh man.
About the trailer. Awesome. Did you see Damon's armor? like he had like the dragon sticking out the back of the. I was like, come on now.
I didn't pay
And
attention.
the horse had armor as well. I said, oh yeah, no, they
I think
threw the
I think they could have chose somebody else for him, for Damon. I don't like the choice.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the choice because, and I don't want nobody taking this the wrong way, I don't think this man is a bad looking man, but in the book he's supposed to be known as really handsome.
Mm-hmm.
So I just feel like they should have chosen a different.
He does have a funny.
Yeah, he's not, and now he's not bad looking. It's just that,
right.
They've had a lot of guys. There's a lot of pickings for that type of somebody that's, got this charm or they got these looks, this and that. That's not the first person that I'm thinking about. And I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful.
No.
I'm just saying.
I think what they were doing, they were going for acting ability because he's a really good actor.
Oh yeah, when he was in, what was he in, The Crown and all that? He was really good in that too. I think he was in The Crown. He was the first husband in The Crown, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he wasn't bad looking in there, It's just that for this character, I don't know. That's what happens when you read the books first. See, you have certain expectations. See, that's why I didn't want to read the books.
Right. But other than Damon and his look, I heard it from another Game of Thrones person. I don't know if y'all listen to Gray Area, but he said that they are really sticking faithful to the source material, the way things look, the way the costuming was, and how the Red Keep looks, and all of that stuff. She was like, it's really good. She's really good. I used to love watching her break it down, and she broke the trailer down as well.
Yeah, she seemed like she'd been out of commission for a little while.
Yeah. They actually went live.
She can't wait.
Right. She jumps in on like you remember the Wheel of Time? They've actually renewed that for season 2
and 3. You say, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So she jumps in on those types of, the science fiction type things, and she did The Witcher as well. So
yeah,
she jumps in and kind of puts her little stamp out there. But I'm sure everybody is waiting for that Game of Thrones content so they can just be blowing that thing on up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so tired of me rambling. Let me go back to so we're gonna jump from Jamie and Brienne, and we're gonna go to let's go ahead and get some things out of the way. Arya, Gendry, the Hound, and all of them, they're with the Brotherhood Without Banners. We actually got the introduction of Beric Dondarrion, and I thought it was okay. And now they're doing something. They were going back and forth and stuff like that, and then we get this whole Arya accuses the Hound of murder of was it High-Pie? Oh no, what High-Pie? It was
no, it was remember the little boy?
Micah.
The village boy, the
butcher's son.
Yeah, butcher's son. Yeah, Micah. And that's not really the first time that we're kind of reintroduced to Beric Dondarrion, actually. But there was in the first season, Ned Stark charged him with going to find the mountain. But it was a whole different actor, just like how they keep changing up the mountain. They changed him up 3 times. They changed up Beric Dondarrion also. So
yeah,
and they brought it up
mountain because I was like, Dad, he looked different.
Yeah, they changed him 3 times.
Wow.
Before they settled.
Is that why they got that patch over his eye so you can't really tell?
That's crazy because I don't know what happened with that whole thing. I don't know why the first dude that played Beric Dondarrion didn't look nothing like that, and he did not have a patch over his eyes. So I don't know if that was when he caught up to the mountain, that maybe that was the time when the mountain killed him. Because that was that was a death, when he got stabbed in his eye.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he
and the Lord of Light brought him back, right?
Yeah.
The lady, the witch. I mean, I can't remember her name.
No, Thoros of Mare brought him back, his friend.
Yeah,
Okay.
He serves the Lord of Light too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so, that's probably why I didn't recognize him, because I thought this was his first. I thought this was his first time coming onto the show. So now the
I
Hound
don't
has
remember if that's how he did it.
trial by combat with Beric Dondarrion, but we didn't see that in this episode. But that's kind of where it's leading to. So, like I said, it was just like a little nothing burger. We're gonna keep it moving.
Oh, episode 4. I thought we was further for some reason. I don't know what I'm thinking. Sorry.
I know. I have to keep on going back because I keep letting the stuff play and I go forward, and yes, I be getting confused myself.
No, it's fine. I just wasn't sure. No, never mind.
Yeah.
In my mind, I just felt like I thought we were further in terms of like the season, and I know we just got here to season 3, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh man.
Okay. Now you guys, let's go to King's Landing. We're gonna go and we're talking about Tyrion meeting with Varys, and they're sharing stories, and Varys actually told him that about the story about when he got snipped or whatever, and
he got snipped. Oh Lord.
But yeah, so they kind of shared some things. It wasn't really too much, but do y'all want to speak to that or anything like that?
You talking about when he was talking to Tyrion?
Mm-hmm.
I love that scene. If you talking about the time when he was talking about it and the guy was in the box, is that what you're saying?
What happened, Moochie?
I think that's when it was. Yeah, because I know he was
the whole story.
Yeah, he told the whole story that time,
and then he opened the box, right?
Right.
Because he was basically talking about revenge. I love that whole scene.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I always love hearing Varys talk. I told you guys that.
Right.
So when he was talking and he was explaining everything and how the guy did nothing. He numbed his body so that he was immobile, but he did nothing to dull his senses. I was like, ooh. So not only did they take this man's manhood, they was vicious about it.
Right.
Like, why wouldn't you dull his senses? But you're going to make sure that he can't move and squirm and go anywhere.
Right.
That's evil, man.
Wow.
That's why when he opened that crate and you saw that man in there, I was like, good for you.
Right.
Good for you. And I don't know what Varys did to him, and I don't know if they talk about it in the books, but oof.
Yeah, because I figured they was gonna either kind of show what they was gonna do to him. That would even start off.
Now the thing about it with them is in the show, if somebody didn't have a POV in the book, they kind of take their own liberties to do whatever they want to do with people that don't have POVs. So we wouldn't know what he did, unless it was told through somebody like Tyrion or something like that. Like Tyrion would have to see him, or Varys would have to be telling Tyrion about it in the book or something. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, you wouldn't know what the heck happened, but that would have been great to know. He probably tore him up limb by limb. He probably was up in there chopping away. I'd have been slowly doing it like this too, like
take layer by layer.
I've been playing the Game of Thrones song on his parts, like, it would have been nice and slow. It would have been a dull knife too, like.
Yeah, that's revenge for you.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. That probably sounds like.
I know.
They probably grabbing down there like, stop it, please. No, they don't like to talk about that stuff.
Right.
Sorry, go ahead, Nita. I'm acting up.
So we're gonna go ahead and stick with Varys, and Varys was talking to Roz, and baby, what I'm telling you, they is still trying to figure out what Podrick was doing to them girls. He turned them girls out. And they are still trying to figure out what was he doing. So anyway, they were talking about so Roz is supposed to be spying on Littlefinger for Varys, right? So
Right.
I was sitting up there, they was talking, and she was like, he found out that she could read. He was like, oh, I didn't know you could read, because people in your profession. She was like, ex-profession.
Mm-hmm. Like, I am not a hoe anymore. Stop.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they were saying that Littlefinger was,
He got 2 feather beds on his thing.
yes. And so we're saying it's not going to be for one of the girls, because Ross said he don't like the girls. So it's going to be for Sansa. And then so Varys is just like kind of, just listening, trying to put things together, do his little thing, what he do.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and so they kind of figure out like what they were doing. Like he's going to the Aaron, to Lady Aaron, to go marry her and put all that stuff, but he's going to keep Sansa, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to piece it together. And they were saying that she holds this position. If Rob dies in battle, if he falls, then Sansa is like the next, and all of these things. So they're just trying to figure out what's the move. So anybody want to say anything about that particular scene? We can keep it moving.
Yeah,
No, keep it moving.
Okay.
It's important though.
Yeah.
I
agree.
Okay. So then what I ended up liking was this particular thing where Cersei was shaking in her boots, because remember, she still has that prophecy that we didn't see just yet, but we already know that prophecy is in her head. And so she's looking at Marjorie and how she's moving. I was like, girl, don't hate the player, hate the game. She was doing what she had to do. And I was like, she acts like she a little psychopath too. And he's telling her, oh yeah, so we got a little some nuggets that's regarding the House of the Dragon. He was talking about how, and I don't want to spoil it, you guys, but y'all heard it. If y'all watched the episode, it said Rhaenyra was eaten by Daemon's dragon. So yes, it was in the episode. It was in the episode. So that's
when Joffrey was talking to telling her all of the history of everything. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I was
but I don't remember. I mean, I remember that.
I just remember him being
hate that. That's another reason why I wouldn't want to, because I hate that, like, spoilers like that, and then to go and invest in this show, and then that's the outcome. But also a lot of them shared the same names, so I'm not sure if that's what they were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Because
if it was her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Because did he mention who was the brother that he mentioned?
The brother,
I forgot who he mentioned. Yeah, because I know a lot of them had the same names. That's why they would say first of his name, second of his name, this, that,
right?
Because a lot of them had the same names.
Generation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
But hey, we'll see. Never know. I know they had to all probably die, right? Because they're gone. They're gone. Right. By the time they get up to Daenerys and them, the Mad King and all that, gone with the wind.
Right.
Fabulous.
And so it was just like, I don't know. She just felt like she was intrigued, but I feel like she knows that he's a narcissist. She knows how to appeal.
Mm-hmm.
She know how to finagle that thing. So she was doing what she did, and then Cersei, she was looking so concerned. She was like, she got her hooks in them, because they kind of been traumatized from when the city attacked them.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had this whole thing where Marjorie was like, they love you. Come on out here, show them some love. So, you can kind of get back on the right foot or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And she talked them into doing it.
And he actually went out there too.
And he was surprised.
He didn't think that.
He was too, because she was scared. She was running like, I'm like, what you want? I don't know. It was funny, but I love the way
It's
she
not like she got number 2 thrown on
exactly.
her.
But I guess in a way she was doing that too to protect herself. Like I ain't
Mhm.
gonna try to be attacked going through the city and everything. So she probably was like, let's go out here and say hi to these people, you know.
Right.
And it's crazy because they really were out there yelling his name too. Like, what are you? Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's been like that since the beginning.
Yeah, people
People
are
are just so fickle and just like up and down. Like you just said, you just threw doo-doo at him. Now, yeah, talking about King Joffrey. Hey, like, what is this? People are
right,
just terrible.
right. Moochie,
Totally terrible.
she just cracking up. You know what?
I don't know what. I'm sorry, y'all. I just keep seeing that scene in my head with him getting hit with the poop. I'm just like a kid when you talk about
Who
stuff
threw
like
that?
that.
Who
I'm
threw
a
that?
bad, y'all.
Who threw that? I want the man who threw that.
I want him dead.
I love when the hound said, they want the same for you. The common people were more floppy than anything. Yep.
Yeah.
More floppy than a hanging. No.
Yes. Well, Moochie, I know you watched the episode, so do you want to speak to? Can you describe this next one where Tywin and Cersei was having this conversation? And
Well,
he
he basically told her what was up, who she gonna marry, because that's when they was discussing who she needs to marry, and she was like totally against it. And he was letting her know what it is. Like if these two get married, you're marrying her brother.
Is that the one you talking about? The one with her and with Cersei and Tywin alone?
Yes.
That's when I think she was telling him that have you
gotten Jamie? Are you doing the most?
Doing for
Doing the
Tyrion?
most again? Yeah, but he
he was like that. He started talking about the marriage when Tyrion came. That's when he told. That's when she found out who was marrying who. They talked about it off screen, but in this scene, she's talking about how he was saying she was trying to come to him with her concerns, and then he kind of was turning it on her like, what did I do when when Tyrion was missing? And she was like, everything you could or whatever.
Right.
And then he was writing.
Did he also
He was
mention how
writing and
Joffrey was making things difficult too?
Yeah. She's writing. He's trying to lead. I mean, like, hello, what are you still doing here? And she's trying to let him know that, you always trying to say all these plans and you talk about your legacy, you talk about this, but have you ever thought to think that I'm the only one who's been listening to it,
Right.
And he basically let her know that he doesn't discount her or distrust her because she's a woman. He distrusts her because she thinks she's smarter than she really is.
Right.
And he's right.
Yeah. And then she was like, oh, he's being manipulated by what's her name, Marjorie. And he said, good. You should learn how to do it. And she said, perhaps you should try. And he said, I will.
Right. I was like, ooh.
I'm like, this is what made people love Tywin, because he used to get them in line and we couldn't stand them. And he was the one getting the people we couldn't stand in line.
Right.
So that's why I was like, yes, Tywin.
Right. You know what? The only thing with Tywin, I just didn't like how he has so much resentment towards Tyrion, because he was really smart and he knew he was smart, but it's just like he didn't want to let him know. Yeah, I think you're smart. I think this is a good idea. He did, but one time.
Yeah, that's when he told them. That's when he told him that he's gonna go and be the hand of the king in his place.
Mm-hmm.
So right. I mean, and that was a big. That was a big deal. But it's like he took it all away when he came back and just like said, "Get on out of here," and didn't reward him or nothing like that.
Exactly.
So pretty terrible.
Right.
Did I tell you guys? I know I did. Charles Dance was saying that it was his, like, that was his favorite time, like, working, like anytime he did a scene with Tyrion or with Peter Dinklage.
Mm-hmm.
He said that was his favorite.
Oh, okay.
All the scenes with them in it was his favorite.
Wow.
And he would have wanted to see him win. Like see him on the Iron Throne because he was a fan of Tyrion.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I want Tyrion to win. Yeah, that had to be a hard day for all of them.
Yeah.
When
That was my second favorite scene of the episode. Him dragging Cersei. I loved every minute of it. He was, ooh, child, he dragged her so bad.
dragging.
But y'all know, I'm gonna say that for last. So that was the actual last scene. We'll go ahead and say that. That is my favorite scene of the episode. We're gonna go to Olenna. So we got Lady Olenna, the Queen of Thorns. She is in there, and she's been, I guess, her grandchildren are, drawing roses for her, and she's like, I got roses, girl, and then she started dragging her house saying about all that
the words, yes. And I love how she started talking about all the other houses, like those are houses to fear.
Right.
She's like, but a rose growing strong. That strikes fear in the heart.
I just like her. I like her.
Too.
She's a character I like.
She's so like
she was given this episode, and then so she had in that particular scene, she had a conversation with Varys, and they're still trying to they're making these moves and making these political plans. So, she was just like, he kind of gave up really easily for her. She was like, I know you got spiders in the and all this other stuff. Come on, let's walk. So I just love her, and she was just like, you give up too easily. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I would have too. Shoot, I'm like, lady, I ain't got time for this. All right, you being a hardball, bye. you gonna have to give in, not me. I'm out of here. She's like, oh, you giving to me. Like, nobody got time to play these games with you. Leave them for Tywin. Tywin will go back and forth with her behind.
Right.
And win. As we did see. But he told her, Varys, in that scene, obviously, that whole thing about the 2 feather beds and all of that. So Varys basically was undermining all the plans of Littlefinger.
Right.
And that's when they came up with a certain marriage proposal.
Exactly. And then so they're still at work, baby. They're still at work. So they're going. So Marjorie finds Sansa, and Sansa is praying. She gets up. She's like, what are you praying for? They have a cute little scene or whatever. But girl, everything, I just can't trust Marjorie. Like, you don't know whether or not she fake or not. I just, girl, because she just, I felt like with her intentions, she knew exactly what she was going to do. And then it kind of led up to that at the end of the conversation about her marrying Loras and all of that stuff.
That's why I told you I don't really like Marjorie, because she's too big. Yeah, she's too manipulative. Like, that's all she does is manipulate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't like people like that. And I feel like she wasn't evil, but it was just that she just did everything in a manipulative way, and it was just like, you can't just, I don't know, I guess not Nine Kings Landing,
But you know what, I feel like she tried to convince Sansa that she was gonna marry her brother.
She didn't convince. She told her what was happening.
Yeah,
she was just trying to ease
it. She really believed it.
Because it was supposed to happen
until they threw that little monkey wrench in there.
That's how it was supposed to go. But then we ain't get there yet, right? Nita.
Right. Okay, hold on.
I forgot who spilled the beans, but somebody spilled the beans.
Right.
Oh, I know who it is. I remember already.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
You want to talk about it? The dude that had sex with what's his name? Is it in this episode?
No, it's not in this episode.
Okay, never mind.
Okay. Yeah, it comes a little later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it then, because that's how the beans got spilled.
Marjorie, almost Cersei. I don't know. I don't think so. Cersei was evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're nothing alike. The only thing, well, I won't say nothing. The only thing that they have in common is that they both wanted to be queen.
Right.
That's the only thing, really.
Right. And she felt threatened. Like I said, when I'm speaking to that whole prophecy
thing, yeah.
Yeah. And so I think that's why she got nervous, because it was like a new queen will come
and that prophecy wasn't even about Marjorie.
Not at all.
It wasn't, but she was convinced it was, though.
Yeah, she was just looking out for every person. See, that's the thing. Why this is the reason why you don't go and listen to fortune tellers, this and that, or whatever. Because what people do is, in these shows, I'm gonna stick to the shows, is they try to change the fortune or the future, and they wind up helping it. They wind up helping the whole thing, and it's like, just
speaking it into existence, so to say, right?
No, they do something to try to alter the future, and they wind up helping the situation happen,
right?
Which is so dumb. And there's something in Greek mythology where they did that, and it was just like, oh my gosh, you just helped the whole thing. I think it had something to do, like, I think with Oedipus and his mom and all that. Well, they had a fortune. They had a foreteller tell them that their son was going to kill the father and marry the mother, so they sent him away. Mm-hmm. And what wound up happening is they ran into the father, and Oedipus ran into each other on the road, and they had a fight, and Oedipus wound up killing his father, not knowing that was his father, then went on his way to the city or whatever where the mother was, and wound up marrying her and having children with his own mother.
Wow.
And that's where the Oedipus complex comes from. You heard of the Oedipus complex, right? Where it talks about a boy that's too attached to his mom, too in love with his mother. That's where it comes from. So if they would have just kept their child instead of sending him away, it probably wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Little fun fact.
Yeah. Love all the gems.
Prophecy in quotation marks. What is that?
Oh yeah.
Sansa season 1 through 3 I couldn't stand, but in season 3 she was learning again. Yeah, and then she became hateful again. I mean, she became somebody that I didn't like again.
Yeah,
so I agree. Went full circle. It was like I hated
season 6. I didn't like her again.
I hated her character. I'm like, what's happening here? You look like you went through this whole ordeal to learn something, but it just made you more power hungry in the end. Mm-hmm. I just didn't understand that. I thought she might have, had some humility, but she didn't.
Right. She always still kind of came off real spoiled and type. It always followed her around. So
yeah. So
they tried to change her character, tried to make her a little likable, but
had us rooting for her and everything, and then she just still I'm like, ew, what's happening over here? And I hated her ending. I didn't think that was deserving at all. I don't care what nobody say.
Oh,
I like the idea of the people from the north killing her after all that was said and done. That they killed her. I'm telling you,
after you talking about Cersei?
No, Sansa. No. After the season went to trash, and the series went to trash, and people were talking about theorizing about certain endings after the fact. They said that they think the people in the north was gonna turn on Sansa and kill her. I was like, okay, I'll take that.
Yeah.
And that what's her name was gonna go to North. Is it Nath? Whatever the freak his girlfriend is from, Missandei, the island of Nath. They said there's killer butterflies over there, so they feel like Grey Worm and his whole army was going to die.
Right.
They all went over there. I was like, oh my gosh, they had so many theories. I'm sorry, Anita, go ahead.
No, I was interesting. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so like I think the people in that island, they might be immune to the butterflies, I think.
Right.
But if you're outside and you come over and dust. So poor Grey Worm. Going to die, marching on to death. Anyway, Sansa should have gotten killed off instead of the interesting characters. Cersei 2.0. No, Cersei needed to die, but she needed to die in a different way.
A different way.
Yeah, I thought we got cheated with that one.
Mm-hmm. That was so messed
I
up.
thought we got cheated with that one. I was so like, really?
All the way up.
Yeah, I think it's because of that whole is it Valencar or Valenquar? I don't know how to say the word, but that whole theory. I mean, not theory. That whole prophecy with the little brother killing her. A lot of the book readers knew that. They didn't talk about that in the show, and I think because they knew the book readers was kind of looking for that, they didn't want to do it. That was their problem.
Right.
They kept trying to
subvert.
Yeah, and it's like, why?
Right.
And see, the thing is, most people thought it would be Tyrion, but
And
it
me
would have been
too.
a beautiful thing if it was what's the guy's name? Jamie.
Yeah.
Because nobody was really expecting it.
Absolutely.
And it would still be shocking, but it would make sense because it's like he finally came to his senses a little bit, not blinded by her evilness anymore, and he chose good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did this whole character development, this whole arc.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna turn around too. Where he was gonna, you know what? I know we going ahead, but I was so disappointed that he went back to go be with Cersei.
Yeah, that was terrible. I gotta plug up my computer, guys. Sorry.
Sure, no problem. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and go to the north. Okay, y'all, listen. I don't know them soldiers. Those the what are those people called?
The Night Watch.
Yes, girl. They must have been hungry. They was dying off.
Mm-hmm.
Who you talking about?
They just kind of turned on each other. I was like, what in the hell?
The Night Watchman.
The Night Watch when they were there with Craster and all this. How?
Oh yeah.
I like the way they turned.
But you know why? You know why though? Because that goes back to what Tyrion was telling Jon in season 1, that the Night's Watch is not honorable anymore like it used to be. Mm-hmm. They got thieves and aurors and robbers and stuff like that, because these men, when they do crimes, they choose the wall instead of the other sentence or punishment, right? So now it's almost like it's jail instead of a place where honorable men come,
right?
So if you think about the wall, you got royalty in there. You had Maester Aemon, who was supposed to, he was, he could have succeeded, right? And then you had other Starks on the wall there, and the Starks, they're highborn families and stuff like that. So to go from that to where they were now, it makes sense. When stuff hits the fan, you're going to get the monsters that they are coming out. You know what I'm saying? They're thieves. They're robbers. They're men that don't have that kind of morale. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that morality, nothing like that. So they're going to do things like that. And you can't trust these kind of people, which is the reason why, in my opinion, George Mormont should not have had certain men with him.
Right.
That's what I think.
I agree.
Like, you're not going to be close up in my court. I'm the freaking Lord Commander. Like, no.
I mean, when they stabbed him in the back, I was like, well, what?
Yeah.
That part was crazy.
Rest in peace to George Mormont.
I really liked him.
But Craster, he got his end as well.
Yeah. I didn't care about him.
Thank you. Thank you.
I liked when the guy said that. He was like, "You are a daughter effing wildling."
Right.
Like, he was like, I'm from Janelli. Don't tell me don't tell me what to say. Yeah. You got the wrong one, bro. I'm from the hood. I'm from the slums.
That whole scene was crazy. And it's like one of them was trying to get what's his name? Fat Boy. What's
Sam?
Oh, Sam?
Yeah, when you
one of them was trying to get him.
Yeah.
That was Rast.
And I was like, oh, they don't.
That's the one that stabbed George Mormont in the back.
Yeah,
I was
the
hoping that
heavy set one. The one
yeah,
that always was fighting with
his name is
John.
Rast. He should have. I wish that Mormont would have choked him, snapped his neck or something like that before he died. But I guess he must have lost. I don't know.
Right.
Because he had him yoked up.
He had him yoked up. Yeah. And then next thing you know, blood just shot.
Blood was coming out. Yeah, I'm like,
Hey.
agate.
So
that was a big man too.
Yeah, and then he just kind of fell over. I'm like, oh, poor guy.
Yeah, really.
Oh yeah, it was a whole mess. So Sam gets Gilly, she get that baby, and they get the running baby. So they gone. But I was just like, I could not believe that was something very unexpected for me. Like when I saw that, I was like, oh no, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot. Miss Moochie, you got anything?
I you know what I was gonna ask y'all. Do you remember when the first set of Night's Watchmen turned into White Walkers?
Mm-hmm.
When they brought him back to the thing, did Jon Snow burn his hand, or what was it burnt, or what? Because I know
he burned it.
But okay, that's
yeah, because that White Walker woke up. That White woke up in Lord Commander's chambers.
Yeah.
And he tried to stab him. Yeah, he tried to stab him and he still woke up and it didn't work. So when he was getting out, he grabbed the little nightlight, basically. Not really a nightlight, but it was a candle, obviously on fire. Threw it and he burned his hand, like that.
Yeah. And so when I saw that all that did was speak to what happened to John later on in the other seasons. I was just like, these men are not gonna be. I was just like, so now we see what we're dealing with here.
Right.
So that wasn't like a big shock to me. A little later on down the line.
I think the only good guys was the ones that was John's inner circle. Those
right.
Because the other guy, he wasn't a thief. He got accused of being a thief because the other man wanted to touch him, and he was like, Pip. No, yeah, Pip, yeah. And he was like, I'm not a thief or a robber or anything like that.
That was his
said,
story.
This is why I'm here. And when he explained that, then everything took on something different for John.
Yeah, because John was always pouting, like, this is not fair. That's not fair. He like, it's not fair. Like, I was just singing one day and this Lord put his hand on my and unfortunately he got to tell a lying story.
Right.
Because he don't want to look soft.
He put his hand on my cock.
And then Sam was like, I thought you got caught stealing a wheel of cheese for your sister.
Oh my God.
It was like, how am I gonna tell somebody that a man put his hand on my cock? A man put his hand on my cock. Like, no, that's not a story I'm trying to tell y'all.
Right. Not at all.
See, but you see, right? When you go into jail and the stories that you got to tell them about why you was in there, like when Martin and Eddie talking about they was on a whole killing spree when they was in the movie Life, you gotta make up this whole thing because you around a bunch of killers, so now you gotta act like you a killer. So that's basically what that is. The wall is like a prison,
right?
It's a shame. You get stripped of your lands, your titles. You don't get nothing. You can't have anything. I mean, it's just terrible. Whew.
Sorry about that.
You guys, we're still in the north. There was a scene with Bran and Jojen Reed. This whole green seer dream that they had with the 3-eyed raven. Jojen told them to go and get them, and then next thing you know, Catelyn popped up in the dream talking about, what did I tell you? Don't be climbing up here no more. And he ended up falling. That whole scene again from season 1. So kind of like a little nothing burger, but just wanted to
seem like it, right? But maybe in the book it might be it's probably a little more to it. That's probably why they put it in there, because they knew that the people who read the books would have, connected it some way. Because I always wondered, like, why the heck is this in here?
Right, because it just came out of nowhere too.
Yeah. But remember, he would see other people too. Like he would see in another dream he saw his brothers, Rob and John, when he was shooting the bow and arrow.
Right.
So maybe that was kind of just it could
That
have been
was
an
right before he
inclination.
fell.
It could have been an inclination that he was going to be able to see the past, like how when he turned to the three-eyed raven, how he could see everything that happened in the past. Because those things that he was seeing with his mom, that was something that she told him in the past. It already happened.
Right.
So maybe that's what that meant. I don't know.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense.
Yeah. Stop climbing. Promise me. And you fell.
Right. Then we have this whole Theon and what's the boy name? Crazy.
Ramsey.
Yeah. Theon and Ramsey. So he's still playing Theon for filth. He's still like, I'm gonna take you to your sister. I got, your sister's men, they right up here. Come on. Child. Just to end up on that daggone X.
Right?
I know.
He's so sadistic. It's ridiculous.
He is.
He was evil.
So ridiculous. He was definitely worse than Joffrey.
Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. Yes.
Because he actually performed the acts himself.
Right.
He performed the acts and he could bust a grape if he wanted to. Joffrey can't. Joffrey will order it.
Yeah, can't shoot no bow and arrow,
right.
none of that. Unless it's somebody completely standing still.
That was definitely sadistic, just like you said, Miss K. All right. So we are going to Astapor.
Alrighty, to your favorite chick, Danny.
My favorite scene of the episode. Going to Astapor. Danny and this amazing
Danny.
She pulled the flex of a lifetime for me. I loved it. I love that, she went on and she's still listening to him calling her all kinds of bees.
Whores.
When she kind of looked at him, I said, ooh, girl, I know you about to kill him. So she got the whip or whatever that, I think that's a whip.
Yeah. As soon as she got the thing to control the soldiers.
Yeah. And then she started talking in Valyrian. That's when she controlled the Unsullied. She freed them and asked, "Will you follow me as a free person?" And they did the thing. And next thing you know, he was like, "She can speak Valyrian."
We said, "Zizi Valeri."
I love it.
He got what was coming to him though.
And she's like, whatever
like,
the heck she said. What's that? Like it's my mother tongue.
Yes, I was like, just come on, bitch. Love
and you saw Missandei over there looking like, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be free.
Then she had all of the Unsullied kill the masters, don't harm any children.
Yep.
And then she turned around and said Dracarys. I loved it. That was it for me. I was like, yes, I'm definitely a Targaryen. I'm a Dany fan. So
that was it. That's when I was like, oh, when she got the
yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah, I think that was when she started like freeing people and things like that. I was like, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
But it was always annoying for me when she got Missandei on her team, and that, every time somebody new had to meet her, like they had to go through all of these names. I just thought that was too you're just too full of yourself. Yeah, all of these names, like, ugh, who cares?
And like every season she added a new name.
Yeah, it was just like it's
Mother
too much.
Dragons, break a chain.
And that's how you knew that it didn't really. There was some type of ego there, to where there was no bending, because she was really you couldn't tell. It's like you couldn't tell But if you go back and you watch,
I can
and then
see,
the stuff
I
that
see,
happens, you're like, she did have it in her.
I
You know
see.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, she wouldn't have bent for nobody. Like, there's no way that she would have shared that situation with John. She would have to be the ruler. She wouldn't mind marrying John, but she wanted to be the one. Like, no, I'm not giving it up for nobody.
Right.
I'm
I think
Khaleesi is the great grass sea, and this one and that one and that one and the third.
So yes, so
She
y'all
was the
know
MVP
who got
of
my
this
MVP
episode.
award, right?
Of course,
Of
your
course,
girl.
I
Yo,
agree with you
bruh.
with that one.
Yeah,
She has to get the MVP for that, yeah.
Yeah, for that episode.
And then also just like keeping your cool while this dude is just insulting the crap out of you.
Episode after episode. It was a couple of episodes that she had,
Mhm.
she went through that or whatever. And waiting to make the big play. I was just like, yes. And so, who is the douchebag? That guy that killed
Gior Mormont.
Gior Mormont for me.
Yeah, that's the first person I thought of, to be honest. I couldn't stand him really.
And then Locke was in there for me too.
Yeah, he's douchey.
Douchey as well.
Douchey.
Does anybody have a rant for someone? Are we ranting?
Kind of gave my rant a little bit when I talked a little bit about Daenerys. That wasn't really a rant though, but I can't think of no rant.
Right now.
What about you, Mochi?
I think I would want to. It would be between the person you guys named and the last, and with Daenerys, that ruler, because he was really, really rude.
Yeah, he was trifling. Yeah, I did not like him at all.
He was really rude, but I was glad when he got it. It was satisfying to see him get what was coming to him.
Right. Make sure y'all put y'all people douchebag. Put it in the comments.
Yeah.
Put it in the comments.
And
MVP, put in the comments, and we're about to go ahead and score this thing. We're gonna score it, y'all. So what do we got? 1 through 10. Moochie, go first.
I want to give this episode a 9 because the way it started off with the hand, with Jamie's hand, it was just so much so much we was getting with the dialogue, as well as we got a little bit of everything this episode.
Right.
It was a little bit of action with the fighting.
Yeah.
And then the last thing was the cherry on top with the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say a 9 also. It's definitely, moving things along. I like how everybody's playing the game, just going behind each other's backs and just working it out.
Right. All right, guys. What are you rating the episode? Put it down in the comments so I can read them off. And it's a 9 for me too. I almost want to give it 10 just for that scene alone, but I'm gonna give it a 9. So we're all in agreement. This was a really good episode. We had some, some fighting going on. We had some things happen.
Yep.
And so the funny moment for me was the whole drag session between Cersei and Tywin. Love that. And another funny thing for me is when Roz and Varys was trying to figure out what Podrick was doing in the bedroom, child. That was funny as well. Had a good time.
Yeah.
So
a mystery.
Oh, we got a 9.2. Okay, yes. I'm sorry. It was good. I told you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
9/10.
9s, baby. 9s across the board.
Douchebag. Ramsay. Oh yeah, I forgot all about Ramsay. But he ain't do nothing just yet. But
yeah, just
Dan and Dave.
Little finger.
Yeah, little finger be getting on my nerve.
Yeah, but it was in this episode, right?
Nah, he wasn't in it like that.
I don't think so.
He wasn't in the episode. Okay, y'all. So yes, we are gonna close it down for tonight. We are just shy over an hour, but we thank you so much. Thank you for leaving your comments. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We will be back on Sunday on Miss K's channel for. Go ahead.
P-Valley. Yes. We ready, y'all.
Our favorite show is back. Can't wait, can't wait, can't wait.
Alrighty then.
What you doing? We gonna be back on your channel for the Shy on
Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah. So yes. And y'all just keep your notifications on for our channels when we drop content or when we go live. You'll get the notification and you can join us.
Yes. See ya
later.